And then there was darkness. The lights went out, the music cut, and it was pitch black.
It's lit with our friends and solo. You don't wanna miss this. Watch the show now. Press the bell for updates. Fast do it now. Notify, subscribe, and like. Miss Lily's World. Watch it, go watch it. Miss Lily's World.
Hey, it's your girl, Miss Lee. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on where you are. Now, if you're new to my channel or you're returning and you haven't done so already, as usual, guys, please hit the like button, like this video. Again, I nearly lost my words. Please hit the like button, like this video, share this video with anyone who you feel may find content useful. In addition, please hit the notifications so that you are aware every time your girl drops new content. And most importantly, guys, please subscribe to my channel. I wasn't even gonna do a review on this particular restaurant. Not every time I eat out, I'm gonna review where I eat, just because sometimes I just think like, I don't need to do that. But do you know what? Some places just have to be reviewed. I was invited out to Smoque restaurant in Bromley. I believe it's called Smoque. Like, my friend was like, it's called Smoke. I don't believe it's pronounced smoke. It sounds more like Smoque. So I'm sticking with Smoque. Got there. Our booking was like 7 o'clock or 7:30, whatever. I ordered my drink within like quite quickly, like 15, 20 minutes being there. Maybe not 20, maybe 15 minutes of being there. Ordered my first drink, which was a cocktail. It was the pink gin cocktail. I can't remember the exact name. I think it was called pink gin. I can't remember. Anyway, ordered the cocktail. The cocktail came quite quickly, and I'm saying this for a reason. The cocktail cost me, I believe, $9.95. Cheap. So I was like, yeah, I'm here for this. Cocktail came, and I remember, so it didn't take too long for the cocktail to come, because I remember I parked in Yellow Line, and then they were like, someone shouted out, there's a ticket inspector outside, like, it's not free parking. So I had to run to my car, move the car and come back. But anyway, the cocktail came, it was fine, it tasted lovely, a little bit too much ice, but you know me, because it was cold that day, but I'm not going to complain about that. It tastes good. It was the right blend, right amount of alcohol. So anyway, came back in after moving the car, and I was just like, okay, I'm ready to order. Like, I'm ready to order. There was a lot of us, but still, I was like, you know, I'm hungry, you know. I want it, and sometimes, now this particular place is a Turkish restaurant, and usually when you go to Turkish restaurants, you know, like when you're waiting, just before, you know, either you've made your order, or you're just, you know, you're waiting, and they put like the bread, the Turkish bread, I think it's Turkish, but it is Turkish bread, on the tables, and you know, you start eating that and get full before your food even comes out, you know, and they give you a little bit of hummus so you can dip the bread in, and it's really good. Now, I don't know if the cost of living has hit these restaurants, but I've been to like 2 Turkish restaurants prior, and where's the bread? Where's the bread? Where is the bread? You can't start giving people bread as complimentary and then all of a sudden take it away. I don't get it. So anyway, I was waiting, you know, like waiting, is anyone gonna come and take our order? Finally, the guy came to take the order. We didn't have to wait too long, but Tuesday was hungry, you know? So we made the order. Now, I remember this. It was like, it wasn't that long after, it was just before 8 o'clock. Literally minutes before 8 o'clock. I remember this. Some people ordered a starter. I didn't. I just ordered the mains with the view to order a dessert. I usually like to like either one or the other. So a starter and a mains, or mains and a dessert. So, you know, I go either way. But, you know, I fancy something sweet. So I thought, let me have a dessert after this. So they came out with people's starters about 20 minutes after everybody made their order. So I was like, okay, like, hopefully, you know, every time someone comes out the kitchen, you're looking to see if your food is coming. but it didn't come. And then I thought, okay, maybe they're gonna let people eat their starters, you know, so everybody eats together. Then they're gonna bring all the mains out together, and the people are gonna eat. And then so I was kind of looking at people who did have starters, like, can you hurry up and eat your starters because your girl is hungry and you are I need to eat. But nah, people there done their starters. All now, the mains didn't come out. I kid you not, guys. The mains came out an hour later. 1 hour later. It was just over an hour after we made our order. That, ladies and gentlemen, put a bee in my bonnet. With the drinks the cocktails were reasonably priced. I think they started from $9.95, and there was a range of cocktails. There was a range of like wines. I think like a small was like $7.95, or no, I think the small was $6.95, and the larger option was $7.95. So I feel like that's reasonable. They had, as I said, a variety. They had a good drinks menu. Food-wise, I don't think they had a variety of food, to be honest. I don't. I just feel like you had your starters, a small option of mains, and a dessert. And I feel like you had your regular starters, like your squid, your calamari, your vegan option, your naan bread, your hummus. But for the mains, I just remember just seeing a lot of like your kebab kind of chicken or lamb, or your shish, or you can have platters, you know, with your normal bulgur rice or fries. I don't know if they did sweet potato fries, I don't remember. But I didn't really feel like there was a large option. I just feel like that's basic, what you get in a Turkish restaurant. I didn't see, they may have had fish, but I didn't see anything else. I don't recall fish, but they may have had fish. I'm assuming they would. I didn't see anything else that I was like, oh, I've never seen that before. I wonder what that tastes like. So your girl stuck to the usual, and I had lamb shish. What I did like though, is that the meal came with salad. You have the option of fries, or bulgur rice, or whatever. You have that option. You remember when I went to, I think it was number 5, and it was like you had to order that separate, and so I'm like, what, am I just gonna eat a plate of meat? Like, it, you know, it really irritated me. But with Smoque, you ordered your meal and you got your standard salad, which was quite nice, and your fries or your sides with it. So I had fries with my lamb shish. Now the small was $14.95, I believe, and the large option was $21.95. If the small wasn't $14.95, it was $15.95. There wasn't much difference. So I was like, what's the difference between the small and the large? And I believe he said the small you get 4 lamb chunks, and the large you get 8. And you know, true say me do hungry, and sometimes my eye is bigger than my belly. I went for the large. The 4 chunks, although it doesn't look big, would have sufficed. Yeah, it would have been all right, because I struggled to finish the rest. And I don't know if it's because I was frustrated by the time my food came, so I didn't really eat it in comfortable, you know, surroundings. It was very cold in there. There was a draft. We wasn't too far from the door, but I just believe it was cold in there anyway. So yeah. But anyway, I thought that their meal was a reasonable price. You know, it's in Bromley. It's a decent location. The venue was fine. Now, it wasn't 100% like 5-star, spotless, clean kind of, but it was fine to sit down, eat from there. It was very, very busy, and I loved their music. They had like this house set. I don't know if they had a live DJ. It was giving very much live DJ, but I didn't see a live DJ. But they had a house set on that night, and it was really good. When I say house, as in house music. Yeah, and I felt like, especially for a Friday night, there was a lot of people in and out, especially young people, a lot of people on dates. I was like, go there, girl, with your cute man. Yeah, I had to behave myself. But yeah, it was giving very much like, we're out, we're doing this, you know. Yeah, it was cute. So then, after waiting an hour for our meal, because because I was gonna say something at this stage, like, bruh. We started eating our meal. The meal, all the food came out relatively at the same time. So we started eating our meal. And then there was darkness. The lights went out, the music cut, and it was pitch black. And I thought, oh my God, we're gonna have live entertainment, yeah, with my stupid ass. No, I don't know if their electric's chip out, or they didn't top up their electric meter, or they didn't pay their electric bill or something, because the electric went out. Man them who worked there was in the cupboard trying to hot wire their electric, sort it out. They were doing something in the cupboard where the electric's main meter, I'm assuming, is stored to get the power back up in the restaurant. So we were eating in darkness because remember, our food just came. We were waiting an hour for our food anyway. Like, we're hungry. Like, most people had been there, if not 2 hours, nearly 2 hours before they ate. Our booking was at 7. You know, I got there a little late, but you know, half an hour, but it's fine. So I waited an hour and a half to eat. That's not cool. And then you mean to tell me I got to eat in darkness? Again, that's not cool. And I thought that this whole lights out thing, I mean, it wasn't that long, but I thought maybe a minute too. It was a good few minutes before the power went back on, so we had to cut and eat. I captured it, I captured the footage. I was like, no, honey, I'm taking my phone out, because you know what, afterwards, I was expecting like an apology or an announcement. Guys, I know, me still are weird. So I wasn't too keen on the response to the blackout. You know, there was young people in there was kids in there. No one said, you know, made an announcement to say, hi guys, you know, we're having a temporary glitch with our electrics, please bear with us. Nothing. They said nothing. We watched them go to the electric cupboard, fiddle with it for a bit, and then that was it. Eventually we had light and the power came back on. At this point, it was like 9:30, maybe like nearly 10, and I was over it at this stage. Mum, in a minute, I've got to get Janae.
Okay.
But I could put your dye in maybe. What? No, maybe I should wait.
I've decided not to dye it today. Everybody's saying, please leave it grey. So
Okay, let me finish my video.
Can I come in and be in the video?
You can't be in the video, but you could come in. I didn't even bother ordering dessert. I was so cold. I was so frustrated. I was so over it at that stage. It was just like, you know, like when you go to somewhere and you order your first drink, you expect to order your second whilst you're having your meal. I had to nurse that first cocktail for over an hour till my food came. I was not impressed at all. We had a basic service. It wasn't bad, but you know, there was no apologies for us having to wait so long for our food. There was no apologies for their blackout. And for me, that is not acceptable. So the bill came, I can't remember how much of us there was. There was a lot of us. It was like £400-500. But my bill was like £32. And that was for one drink and one meal. Standard, okay, that's fine. I don't mind paying that. I was advised that in order to take the large booking, everybody had to pay a £10 deposit. So I paid a £10 deposit before I went to the restaurant. So obviously that comes off the bill at the end. My issue was I wasn't prepared to pay service charge because I wasn't 100% happy with the service. Now, the food coming out an hour later is one thing, and no apologies or nothing. But when we had to eat in darkness, there was no announcement, there was no apologies. It was just like, okay, the light's gone out, the power's out, the music's off. Everybody's rushing around in this cupboard to try and figure it out. And then it comes back on and it was like, yeah, let's not say. There was no apologies. It was something that went wrong. And I had to cut into my lamb, shish, and eat it in darkness. I just feel like just have a little bit of common courtesy to just apologise, because whatever it is, whether it's the owner's fault or not. Yeah, you can have some. Whatever it is, whether it's the owner's fault or not, it's something that happened beyond maybe their control, but still, we're in their establishment. There should have been some form of announcement and an apology, but there wasn't. So anyway, I was the first one to be like, service charge where? Now, I don't usually mind paying service charge if I get a good service. It wasn't a great service, so we took that off the bill. It wasn't mandatory, so you know when it's not mandatory, you mess with me, you mess with your money. Do you know, I was so over it by the time the food came, but it was standard. It wasn't like, oh my God, I've never had this before. I've never tasted lamb shish like this before. It didn't taste like wow, but it didn't taste horrible. And I can definitely eat their food again. Would I go back there in a rush? Absolutely not. I'm not waiting an hour and a half to eat. You're mad. So I'm not gonna really rate this restaurant too highly, unfortunately. So for the food, let's go straight to the good bit, because it did taste okay, as I said. I would rate them a 3.5, just because there's always room for improvement. For the service, I would definitely rate a 2.5, because there was no announcement to their blackout and no apology, and there was no explanation to why we had to wait over an hour from when we made our order for our mains. The food was nice, temperature wise, so you could tell it wasn't sitting there forever. But yeah, I don't think that anybody waits that long to eat. Cleanliness, and for the environment, like the music, the ambiance, etc. Again, I give a 3.5. I loved the music. It was really nice. It wasn't too loud. It was good. It was very cold in there though, and I don't know why. It was cold. It was cold, and I didn't like that. So yeah, the cleanliness, I saw mess on the floor. I'm not gonna lie. You know, like they had a lot of staff working there, so you know it hurts no one to just make sure it's clean, and you know it's giving you that feel good factor. I believe it's a 4-star on Google. I will definitely rate this a 3.5-star restaurant. Now, would I recommend you guys going? Absolutely, but fill your belly before you go. Let me know what you think of this video. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below, guys. You know I'm always here for you and your questions. Also, let me know if there's anywhere else you would like for me to go and review, because you know you're going to get an honest review from me. I don't get paid for these reviews, so they're genuine. But before you leave me, please remember to hit the thumbs up, like this video, share this video with anyone who you feel, you know, may find the content useful. Maybe they're thinking of visiting the restaurant. Share this video with them. And also hit the notifications so that you are aware every time I upload new content, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel. But guys, until next time, stay safe and take care, and you will see me soon. Bye.